Ryan?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic week. Cheltenham went up as League Two champions, so I couldn't be more happy really this week.
Nice. And Nathan, back on the podcast, how do you feel?
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad to be back.
Lovely
And
stuff.
I'm excited to get into the news and what we have to cover today.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
First we get into the news, and Alison Cavani has signed a new deal at Manchester United at the end of next season.
Right.
Ryan, as a United fan, how are you feeling about that?
Fantastic. He's been one of our better players this season, and he's deserved his new deal, I feel. Massively.
His movement's second to none, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's exceptional.
So good.
Exceptional centre forward.
Yep. Tottenham's about their managerial search to replace Mourinho, who became the Roma boss this week as well. The main target at the moment, the bookies' favourite, is Inzaghi at 2-1. Only been linked because of his low budget and high finish management style with Lazio. As a Spurs fan, this is not the first finish you're going for. I've said it on previous podcasts. It should be Pep. But
Never going to happen.
He's going to manage to afford him.
yeah, but you understand why it has to be Pep though.
He's going to leave his multi-winning City side to come to.
Okay, next bit.
Next, moving on.
No, but you see why I say Pep though, because the expectation.
Or someone like him.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
also read somewhere today that if you're looking at the likes of Inzaghi, Conte, Sarri, not to expect those. It could be someone completely that the bookies haven't mentioned at all.
Yeah,
I read.
So
Conte
Ryan Mason's not on the bookies list, I don't think.
Oh dear.
He's
He's out his depth,
Yeah.
sadly.
Okay, up next, West Brom officially relegated after losing 3-1 to Arsenal last night.
I'm glad about that.
About time.
Yeah.
Big Sam's first relegation.
I know. It's quite
Remarkable achievement, to be
remarkable,
fair.
really.
2021 throwing some right bombshells at us.
Fair play to him for sticking it out and not leaving.
I'd have left. Just keep the record.
when he can get relegated.
Keep the record.
Matthias Pereira, though, I feel will be playing Premier League.
I'd love
next
to have him
season.
here.
He's a very good.
He's
player and a bang average.
Fantastic
West
player.
Brom, so
Exceptional talent.
He's let up their side in a very poor season for them.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't agree more. Mate.
And then up next, fans back in the ground from next week, the 17th.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Up
Yeah.
to 10,000 fans allowed back in stadiums.
Don't go to Spurs versus Villa. Spurs fans, it's 60 quid a ticket. Save your money. Take the family out for a day instead.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Absolutely.
They're a tier 2 on the list and it's probably 60 quid.
But,
Leave it out.
Especially when Burnley are giving their tickets for free as a
Yeah.
kind gesture after the
Yeah, I
pandemic.
know. Yeah.
There you go.
Be more like Burnley.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It's not going to say that often.
Well,
am I?
no. I know. Yeah.
The Manchester United from the protester sponsor have pulled out of the training kit.
Yes,
Did they?
this
I didn't hear that
is
one.
a story that I found before starting this. Basically, one of the sponsors known as the Hut Group, who were going to be sponsoring Man United's training kit from next season, has decided to pull out due to the fan protests from the Liverpool game, putting pressure on the Glazers to sell the club. I think this is the way forward. If you're getting sponsors to pull out, you know that the movement's going strong realistically.
Yeah.
Just got to keep it up now.
Just got to keep happening. Whether they'll sell or not is another matter. But
Yeah.
the fact that you've got sponsors pulling out of brands with deals with Man United shows that the club is moving in the right direction.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I feel
They'll be
the same.
forced out, hopefully.
Yeah, and then
Hopefully.
finally today or last night, a video of Ollie McBurney fighting members of the public came out today. There's about a 25-second clip. I've seen it.
It's not.
It's obviously been edited down, I feel.
And apparently
To
it's,
fit the agenda.
and apparently it was a Sheffield Wednesday fan who filmed said footage. So you could argue that
He called them bad. He wasn't wrong, but was it necessary to say it to his face? Probably not.
probably not a good idea.
Like, if you're being like abused in the street, you get why he's done it, but he's in a position where he should know better.
He's a role model to young
No
people.
one.
No one.
Don't be like Ollie.
Don't be like.
When
Ollie
I said-
Burton.
When I said he was so bad at football, he should become a wrestler, I wasn't being serious. So
No.
he shouldn't have done that.
Sheffield United are looking into the matter. They announced earlier they'll probably release a statement in a couple of days. My guess is he's going to get released with contract, probably serve some jail time.
Do you think he'll have jail time?
You can't attack people in the street.
Yeah.
There's only see one side of the story as well. That no one's going to know what's
It's got to be
happened.
consistent, hasn't
He'll
it?
never play for Scotland again either. I feel.
He doesn't play anyway.
It's a shame that he might have ruined his career in one moment of madness.
I think it's not made out to be how it is in the video, to be honest.
No.
But
It'll more come out.
What a
hopefully.
waste of £20 million though from Sheffield United.
they've wasted £20 million on Ramsdale and Brewster. There's 60 million there almost.
It's why they're relegated. Poor
Yeah,
recruitment.
it is.
Exactly.
Now we go into this week's results. on Tuesday.
Great.
We start with City 2, PSG 0.
Champions League semi-finals.
Really good performance.
Is that their first ever Champions League final for City?
Yeah.
It is.
And
PSG.
then they celebrated that victory as if they just won the Champions League themselves.
Really good performance. PSG had
I
nothing.
think when Spurs got there, I celebrated it like it was nothing.
That's true.
PSG had nothing in the final third, sadly, even though they
And they lost their heads. Neymar completely lost his head.
Poch bottling it. See?
I'm so glad we didn't
The
get
league-
Poch now.
and the league.
And the league as well. They're on the verge of bottling the league.
Lille
DNA in
hopefully
him. Yeah.
winning the league. So
Yeah.
Wednesday, Chelsea 2, Real Madrid 0. Makes it an all-English UCL final. The second one in a few years.
No, the second one in a few years, but the third one overall.
Chelsea were exceptional. They could have won by 5 or 6. Missed a
Madrid
load of
looked
chances.
so poor. It was really poor from
Their
Real Madrid.
midfielders are aging now.
Exactly. Aging team. They need
They
a
are.
fresh.
Whilst Chelsea are young and
Start.
hungry and really coming onto the scene under Tuchel.
Especially Mason Mount, he's great.
I wondered when
He
one
loves
of you
him,
was going to
man.
mention Mason
I
Mount.
finally turned him.
I wonder when.
What a great player, honestly.
To be fair, he is a good player. I must admit.
The Euros, we have to go far because we have all this young talent.
I
Yeah.
agree.
The best we've had probably maybe ever.
Yeah, I agree. Up next, on Thursday, Arsenal 0, Villarreal 0. Villarreal go through to the final.
Unai Emery masterclass.
Poor from Arsenal.
Arsenal trying to play for a draw by the looks of it.
Poor.
They were trying to play for a draw, yeah.
I watched it.
They wanted the 1-0 win, I reckon.
No,
Yeah.
they did.
And they did hit the
were-
post, fair enough. But
They weren't good. They wasn't good.
Villarreal wanted was just sitting back.
1-4 for an Etienne Capoue masterclass in the final. Come
Pau
on,
Torres
boys.
masterclass with a clean sheet.
Imagine.
Just mentioned that.
Pau Torres, okay. Right. Also, in the other game, Roma 3, Manchester United 2. Finished 5-8 to Manchester
They
United.
tried.
in aggregate. It was a good game.
They
It was
tried.
a very good fair play to Roma. You know, they had injuries in the first leg.
damage was done, sadly.
The damage was done from the first leg, but
Mhm.
to be fair to them, they looked like they were going to pull it off at one stage. But
Better than Arsenal, tried harder than them. So.
and then Cavani with a couple of goals to basically
Leader.
kill off any sort of
Right,
Roma
yeah.
aspirations. But yeah, it's the third time now that we've beaten Roma convincingly in European competition. So
Fair play to you, yeah.
I can't complain really.
No.
It's Solskjaer's first
He's
final.
only going to win a trophy.
No,
No,
there's your
I
answer.
can't see.
Emery's
It's
great.
Cup.
Unai Emery's competition, isn't it?
It's going to be
Let's
trickier
face
than
it.
people think, yeah.
And on Friday, Leicester 2, Newcastle 4. Shock result. Joe Willock again for another goal.
I know, yeah.
He's been brilliant.
Leicester have fallen off massively.
Because Roger's been linked to Spurs.
He has,
His
yeah.
head turned. The head has been turned.
Head has been turned.
Newcastle playing like prime Barcelona. What's happened there? Like, why couldn't they do that all season?
Yeah. They're close
They
to
do
same.
against us normally,
Exactly, yeah.
They did actually trust it to us. as well.
Steve
Yeah.
Bruce masterclass.
but Steve Bruce.
No.
Okay,
Maybe there's more in it than you think.
we move to Saturday.
Maybe.
Leeds 0, Tottenham 25. You missed that one.
No,
Premier League record.
you mean Leeds
Great
3,
performance from Harry Kane.
Tottenham 1.
Yeah, Leeds 3, Spurs
VAR
1.
controversy once again. I don't know how many times I have to say that I hate VAR,
It's horrible.
but again, another shocking decision.
Leeds scored a couple of good goals, though.
Yeah, Leeds did score a couple of
Played
goals,
well.
but and again, VAR.
Yeah, Kane was like, he's on side. The ball wasn't even in the picture with the
Centre of attention
Awful
once
Kane.
again.
Not awful
VAR,
Kane, VAR, sorry.
as
Yeah.
always.
Sheffield United 0, Crystal Palace 2.
Expected.
It was expected. Very Eze played again fantastically well. I do like him.
Just a quick thing here. I know I talked about this yesterday to you guys, but Neil Lennon, right, on Soccer Saturday, was like, oh, he scored the best goal of the season. It was
Eze, that is-
deflected.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's the next hyped up thing, I think.
I think he's good. He's got a good
I think,
story as well.
I think if
Yeah.
Zaha goes, I think they've got an easy replacement.
There you go.
Easy replacement.
Easy replacement,
Good
yeah.
work,
Clever.
man.
Exactly,
Clever.
yeah.
Love
That
that.
was an easy joke to make. Up next, Man City 1, Chelsea 2.
Dress
The
rehearsal.
Brilliant
talking
again.
point, the Aguero penalty.
What is it?
Actually, saying that, his penalty record isn't actually that good.
No,
No.
I think
not.
he's 1 in 6. I
they
think
struggled to find
Yeah.
it when after De Bruyne. They struggled to find penalty takers because Morris has missed a couple as well.
Exactly, yeah.
De Bruyne's missed a couple.
Yeah.
They need to get penalty
A
takers.
dress rehearsal.
Foden
for
maybe.
the
Yeah,
Champions League final. That Tuchel coming out on top once
Again.
again.
Can Tuchel beat Pep 3 times in a season after taking over in January?
Well, if
That
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can do it,
would be
then
exceptional. That.
if Ole can do it, then I think Thomas Tuchel can.
And
Easy.
something that annoyed me was that City fans were saying they
Their
didn't have their full side.
their B team. And
Chelsea-
Chelsea didn't have their
four of
full
their best
strength
players were out.
side either.
Well, that City team cost almost double Chelsea's.
Exactly, yeah.
And yeah, they couldn't beat them, so fair enough to Chelsea, and they're going about their business very well at the moment.
Exactly.
Liverpool 2, Southampton 0.
We didn't play as badly as you might think, but we're just so wasteful in the final third.
Che Adams needs to know how to finish.
Yeah, fair play to Thiago on his first Liverpool goal. It was a good finish.
All the Liverpool fans hyping, gassing up Thiago again.
Yeah, we missed a big chance. 20 seconds later, it was in the back of our own net. Sums up our season, really.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah,
Another one
not
of
really
those.
much to sit in it,
That was
really.
about all the talking
pretty
points,
much
yeah.
it, yeah.
Sunday, Wolves 2, Brighton 1.
Yeah.
I saw that. Lewis Dunk's stupid move. And then,
After scoring as well.
Neil
Exactly.
Maupay gets sent off at the end for mouth to the referee.
So now they're missing them two key players for the rest of the
Lewis
season.
Dunk should be nowhere near an England call-up, as Brighton fans seem to think he should.
And Graham Potter should know in their Spurs. He's got the
I
gene.
agree with that
He's got the
there
Spurs
as well.
gene.
He hasn't got the
bottling it.
results. He's got the performances, maybe, but not particularly the results.
Although apparently, according to the Athletic, some Tottenham players do like Graham Potter's Brighton football. Apparently,
I'm on the fence.
They've been
about
watching
Potter.
the same.
I'm on the fence.
They're watching the same team that we've been watching all season.
There's potential there, but Brighton aren't executing it well at all at the moment.
He's not good. They got him from
They're not-
Sweden.
Ostersund's.
He got promoted 3 times and got him to the Europe, though. Got him to Europe.
Yeah,
But it's the Swedish league.
It's
Again,
Swedish league.
That's
Yeah.
like saying, oh, Roy Hodgson's won X amount of trophies in, was it Norway?
Norway,
That
yeah,
game's
yeah.
about-
It makes him a
Yeah.
pragmatist. No, it doesn't.
It's more about the story than it is about
Exactly, yeah.
the actual manager.
Exactly, yeah.
Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 3.
Second half team.
Always.
That's
What a goal by
that's-
Bertrand Traore, though.
It was a
Great goal.
Victor Dwindloff with another mistake.
That's not your joke. Damn it, Ryan.
I'm allowed to use it.
Well,
But obviously, second half performance, Cavani comes on, we score 3 goals.
Greenwood, another player I think is a very good young up-and-coming player.
I do
Who should
agree.
be in the Euro squad, in my opinion. I don't know
I
about you.
agree as well.
Too much attacking power.
Greenwood's hitting form at the right
Maybe,
time, I
maybe.
feel.
But I think he's given Southgate something to think about, which is good from him.
But he's got a lot to think about. There's about 90 players on the shoulders at the moment who can get in.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
good. It's very positive.
Well, we'll see. When is it? A couple of weeks now?
Couple of weeks, yeah.
couple of weeks.
We'll be doing that announcement live as well.
Yes,
we
so
shall,
stay
yeah.
tuned in for that.
We will be.
We will be.
West Ham 0, Everton 1.
Carlo Ancelotti trying to revive Everton's.
Everton on the break, pretty much.
Another kick in the nuts to Spurs.
Yeah.
Really?
Might be-
Tottenham had the
Yeah.
chance to capitalise, didn't take it. West Ham dropping points.
Yeah.
Do you want the UEFA Conference League though?
No, we do not.
Exactly. Yeah, might be a blessing in
So
disguise.
Everton keep their
Score
hopes
games.
alive.
Calvert-Lewin again showing why he can play for England.
Yeah. I
In the
just
absence.
don't want to 60
I still think West Ham will be the one that will get into the top 4.
I think Chelsea and Leicester.
Chelsea
I'd rather be,
Chelsea will finish 3rd. West Ham will finish 4th.
I'd rather be Leicester and
Yeah.
West Ham.
I don't think Leicester.
Leicester have a tough run in, to be fair.
They've got to play. Leicester have got to play Man United, Chelsea, and Man City.
But
And
the gaps-
Spurs, don't forget about Spurs.
But the gap's 5 points, so it's tricky for West Ham.
Yeah,
I don't know, but West Ham have an easier run in though. So
They'd have to win all 3 and hope Leicester lose a couple, and then they're in.
yeah, but I think it will be Chelsea and West Ham in the top
Yeah.
4.
And then the final game before tonight's games, it's still going on at the moment. Arsenal 3, West Brom 1. Relegated to West Brom, we've already mentioned it. Allardyce, the first time, goes down in his career. And Matthias Pereira. Is he too
Excellent
good?
goal.
Is he too good for the Championship?
I think he is. I think
Him and Johnston will both.
the first West Brom player to score 10 Premier League goals in a campaign since Saido Berahino.
And before that,
So
probably.
they didn't work out for
Yeah,
Berahino, did it?
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, I'd love
Very
to have,
attitude.
I'd love to have Pereira, and I
Matthew,
think many clubs will.
I think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Well, you, yeah.
Well, yeah, but
We're Saints, you're Spurs. I mean,
Yeah. No, we're about
like,
to
I
say
wouldn't
that.
have him at United, but I'm pretty sure, a club like Aston Villa or Everton would take it.
that's good for us.
Is
because
he a
it means-
Jack Grealish replacement?
Maybe.
Oh,
Possibly.
mix up a bit.
I don't think Grealish will leave.
No,
No, I don't either.
Too
I
loyal.
think he will. Yeah, he would actually. Take
Then
that
do you
back.
want a live update on tonight's game?
Go on, might as well.
I'm gonna have a look.
Live update.
We'll be giving you live updates throughout the podcast.
We want a Burnley win.
You want
personally.
a Burnley win.
I
want
want
to go
I
down.
want the Fulham win. I want relegation battle to be interesting and entertaining.
We'll give you live updates about Premier League is coming up.
Still 0-0, isn't it?
So it's still 0-0 at the moment,
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
which is how it might end, to be honest.
Probably will end.
Personally, but they've had one shot on target each, so pretty level game at the moment.
Yeah.
Fulham will be pretty much down and out if they lose tonight anyway.
So we'll give you an update on that at half time as well, in
Yeah.
about 20 minutes, and yeah, we'll keep
Lovely.
you up to date.
Okay. We'll do the poll results when we get to the Ballon d'Or section. Up next
Right.
is the talking points, the Championship playoffs. Who do you want to go up? We'll start with Nathan on this one.
Do you know the team?
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Personally, I think it'd be a great story if Barnsley went up, just because they were nowhere near at the start of the season. Hired their new manager.
When he came in, they were like 19.
Yeah, Barnsley
went on a mad run. I mean, I was impressed with them when they played Chelsea in the cup, and I thought they might get in there. So yeah, my favourite to come up would want to be Barnsley, even though I think they're the outsiders.
They're massive outsiders.
And then the next team I'd want to come up probably Brentford, because we've seen Swansea.
You can't rank them.
That's what we're doing.
Because and Swansea and Bournemouth, we've seen them in the Prem recently, and it's just been nice to see some new teams come up and
I have to agree.
use their style of play.
I have to agree with what Nathan said. I mean, I wanted Brentford to come up last year because they had Ben Rama, Watkins, and Bromo, the BMW front three. Ivan Toney will get into the Prem next season, regardless if Brentford go up or not, I feel.
Yeah.
But no, for me, it has to be one of Brentford or Barnsley. Bournemouth and Swansea, we've been in the Prem before. We need new teams in the Prem.
Yeah, I agree.
Just
straight up Barnsley as well. I think
Barnsley.
they've had an exceptional season, defied all odds and expectations. They were 19th when the manager came in. I think it was like January or something.
Yeah,
and they've just picked it up.
Yeah, Valerian Ishmael.
They've gone very on form.
Exactly.
They're an excellent side. They're high press. They're a bit like Leeds. High press and just ruthless and aggressive. It's what you want.
They're enjoyable.
Darryl Dines, the on-loan American from Orlando City, being the star.
It's great.
The thing is, the only thing, they come up and they play defensive. You don't want them to do that. You want them just to go
get
you like Leeds to express yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Leeds have done really well this season doing that. They've stayed up.
Also, talking point, not more, just a bit of a point. Newcastle getting rid of Adam Armstrong and Ivan Toney on the cheap. They've almost got 60 goals combined this season.
I know.
And the combined meal they sold them for.
Yeah, that's pretty poor.
That's
There's
poor
rumours
from
of Newcastle trying to bring both of them back in the summer.
They can't afford them.
Which would be quite hilarious if they did have to buy them back.
They spent that 40 million on that donkey up front. So they probably can.
I mean, how many times have we seen it? Salah, De Bruyne for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Lukaku.
It's different though. They've
Pogba
gone
for
down
Man
and come back up.
Yeah, they're doing exceptionally well.
Yeah. And obviously VAR. The VAR, Kane, and there was another one.
Every week.
Oh, Sterling should have been sent off for City.
And Lucas should have been sent off. He elbowed someone in the face.
Yeah,
it's not being used properly.
It's not being used properly. We've said it before.
We say it every week.
Every week. It's the refs.
It's about technology. It's opinion over like execution.
Well, I wasn't on last week. Look at Vestergaard. His ban got overturned.
I did see that. Yeah.
Because it was a poor decision. The ref didn't even go to the monitor that time, which was very poor.
Also, I did watch another league game when I was away last week.
Nice.
The refs in Spain are awful.
Are they worse than England?
They're awful. What was it? Sociedad versus Elche? Yeah, and the refs just kept booking the Elche players. Yeah, the Sociedad ones get away with everything. They had like 5 bookings in about 2 minutes.
Bias. Sociedad are a big club than Elche.
Yeah, I just think it's all down to opinion. I think.
But VAR shouldn't make it.
How would you change that opinion? I think you put all the referees on a course, right? And you give them decisions, and whichever one gets the highest percentage of vote is the rule.
It's the rule. Yeah.
That is.
Like the handball rule that needs changing.
Yeah. The defenders, if it touches your hand, no matter what, it's a penalty. Well, how is that fair?
It's not fair.
Sometimes you're not. Sometimes it's there and you're not even looking.
Exactly.
And the rule to protect the goalkeepers. Well, this gives more reason to be erratic, then, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Goalkeepers are overprotected anyway.
I agree with that massively.
We've had quite a couple of goals disallowed this season where the goalkeeper's not been touched.
Exactly, they're far too overprotected.
Well, like Bellingham and Edison.
Yeah, like
it's a goal all day long.
It is a goal.
Yeah.
And it could have been different if that gets allowed.
Yeah.
The whole
It's going to be a very interesting Euros tournament with VAR this summer, I will tell you now.
It's going to ruin it.
It will
tell already it's going to ruin it.
We're going home in the group stage.
We're going to get
England in the World Cup final. Harry Kane scores a 90th minute winner. Oh, hold on a minute, VAR. His toes offside.
That happened against Scotland in the groups.
It'll be worse than that. It'll be Scotland will score a hand-of-God goal, then the VAR system will just shut down and have to count the goal.
Adams, every Shea Adams for Scotland.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Right, and then next one, best signing of the season.
Ooh.
I thought this would be an interesting question put to you both, realistically.
I think Diaz has got to be up there.
I would say Ruben Diaz, actually. Yeah,
I'd agree with
because last season City lacked that solid defensive partnership that they've had this season, just like Liverpool had it last season.
Yeah.
To win the league, you always need quite a good defensive partnership.
Yeah, I think consistent partnership.
Ruben Diaz definitely has been a good signing. I'd say Cavani you can add to the mix as well.
Oh, definitely.
Potentially as a very good signing. Werner, I mean, he's done all right. He's not as
It's not
bad.
as bad as everyone said.
Next season is Werner's time.
Exactly, I agree.
I'm a Saints fan, so I can't really nominate anyone for signing of the season.
Diallo's been alright.
Diallo hasn't been too bad.
He's been alright. Walker Peters has been alright as well. But I wouldn't say signing of the season were.
I'd say Højbjerg, actually. Despite his recent dip in form, all the fans are getting on his back.
He's played so many games.
The guy's played almost every minute of every game. He's exhausted.
Same
And
with
don't forget
Ward-Prowse.
internationals as well.
Yeah,
He's played
exactly.
for Denmark.
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse has done the same, and he looks
He's just
knackered.
knackered. He just needs. He's about 2 months off.
It's quite a miracle that Ward-Prowse isn't hobbling along at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's
I blame the TV schedule. They're too focused on making too much money. They don't care.
Well, you have how many games this week?
Oh yeah, the Premier League decided to move our Leicester game to tomorrow, so that the Liverpool game we've got is played Thursday.
Three very high
So
intensity
a
games.
game on Sunday, a game tomorrow, a game Thursday, and then another game Sunday.
It's ridiculous.
4 games in the space of a week.
That's like when Spurs played 8 games, about 17 days at the start of the year.
The players can't put up with 4 games in a week.
And we know it's their job, but they still need that time.
They're human beings.
It's
They're
not
not
trained as well.
they're not rogue. Exactly. Yeah.
It's not just about the physical; it's also the mental. You get drained out, you're done.
I've said that Bruno Fernandes has been off the boil because he's played so many games. I mean, the fact that half the time we rely on him far too much, I feel. But some games I've watched him in this season where he hasn't scored a goal or got an assist, he just looks
He was out
knackered.
for 4 games, wasn't he? He didn't score again.
Yeah,
four
he
games,
just
didn't he?
looks knackered.
To be the likes of Greenwood, Rashford, and Cavani have all stepped up a
They
little bit
have
now, so-
Yeah.
stepped up. Yeah, so
You're okay.
it's taking the pressure off
Yeah.
Fernandes. But
Yeah.
still, 4 games in less than a week. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then this is relevant to the big question, but there's been 2 more racism stories this week? 3?
Nathan Teller.
Nathan Teller got
Robbie
got
Matondo
abused.
as
Yeah,
well.
I did see. Yeah,
So,
Robbie
yeah,
Matondo.
It's just the same. We'll get into it more in depth at the end.
It's just
But it's the same culprits.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because they have a bad game, or because that's when you got to be like that.
It's like grow
It's
up.
like-
And
Football is for everyone. It's
Yeah.
simple as that. There's no point in just abusing someone because of what they believe in or what,
It's just
or
sad,
what,
isn't
what
it?
they look like. or
It is
something like
sad,
that.
And you feel bad for the players. Tell us, he's a young lad.
He's
So is
only
Matondo.
our age.
Yeah, he's a young
They're
lad.
both our age.
And the ironic thing is, he's been one of our better players in the last few games. So how?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not condemning it, but you can't target players like this. Like,
No.
no matter how good or bad they are, it's unacceptable.
Like, it's alright standing from behind the screen, but you remember on the other side of the screen is also a person. I think that's what people forget.
IP track him.
It's like you wouldn't see back in the
Big
day.
question. We'll get into it. It's
Okay,
fine.
Back in the day.
Obviously, we're passionate about this.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you wouldn't see these trolls go after the likes of Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney.
They just do it now
with
instead.
faith. They just do it now
Well,
instead.
that's
Yeah.
the development of social media for you,
Unfortunately.
sadly.
Yeah.
We'll go on to it.
Right. Upcoming fixtures tomorrow:
Oh,
Manchester United versus Leicester. Southampton versus Crystal
Oh,
Palace.
dear.
Right, score prediction, Nathan, for United Leicester. Go.
No, Leicester,
Yeah.
I'm going to go for 2-2, I think.
Ooh,
I think it's going to be an entertaining game. Leicester aren't quite winning games, but I think they'll be able to put up a fight against United. And I think they'll have a good game. And I think they'll be fighting to stay in the Champions League. Yeah, 2-2.
Then Saints
Mhm.
Palace score prediction as well.
I'm going to go 1-1 because we normally beat Palace away, but at home we're not so good against them because they just sit back against us because we're at home.
Hit them on the counter.
And they try and hit us on the break. I reckon they will get us on the break at least once. But then again, I reckon we'll get through their defence once. So that's why I think 1-1.
Ryan, United Leicester.
It'll be an interesting game. Ollie has already said today that he plans to change the team up a bit, obviously because of the fixture schedule. So we could see the likes of Tellez, Van der Beek get starts for a change,
That'd be good.
possibly even a Mad Diallo as well. So maybe I'm going to go a 1-1 draw because I feel that Ollie's saving the big guns for the Liverpool game on Thursday.
Yeah.
I just think Leicester will need, if they're going to get into the Champions League, they need to stop losing. So I think a
That's what I
point,
think, yeah.
and we only need a point to secure Champions League football for next season.
You're not going to win the league, are you?
No,
So-
we're not winning the league, so
Don't say that.
never say never, but
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Fun.
one-
And then Southampton versus Crystal Palace.
it's. I'm going to go to 1-0 Palace. I think it's just going to be one of those games
thinking
where
it.
Palace get one chance and they're going to score.
Zaha.
Southampton are going to have like 10 chances and not score. Southampton get like one
Yeah.
dodgy VAR decision penalty or whatever and they score from it.
Story of
So,
our season, second half of the
Yeah.
season, not first half.
so yeah, 1-0 Palace, I think.
I'm going to go
Wales.
for 2-0 to United. I think Leicester don't look like scoring at the moment.
No, they don't.
The only one that looks like scoring is Iheanacho at the moment out of the whole team. Not much really has to say
They scored a
about that.
couple the other day, but that was when
Yeah,
Newcastle were
but they've
tired.
already done. They're already
Exactly,
4-0
They're
down.
4-0
4-0
down.
down.
I agree. Yeah. So.
And then Saints versus Palace. Oh, I want Saints to win.
We haven't won since March, so don't hold your breath.
Okay, so Palace. Then I'm going to go 2-0, a goal in each half. And there's going to be a ricket from the goalkeeper tomorrow.
Which one?
We have your goalkeeper. It's going to
Forster's
be
in
an
goal.
absolute. He's going to drop one, I reckon.
Forster.
Yeah, I reckon so. And that'll be a season.
McCarthy's playing the last two. So.
Well, how's that fair? Forster's
I saw Ralph's comments.
Ralph's going to give him 2 games each, so he decides the number 1 for next season. I don't think it's going to help. I think
you
they're both going
decide
to
it in training. You need someone to be consistent in the goal.
I think they're going to have 2 similar performances. They still won't be able to decide, and we'll be in the situation again. So
yeah.
Or they're going to play in both games and sign another goalkeeper, and then.
Let's put it this way: if Fulham win tonight and we lose, our game on Saturday becomes quite big.
Yeah.
Much. It does. Yeah.
And then Chelsea versus Arsenal on Wednesday. Ryan will start with you this time. Prediction for Chelsea.
Well, Arsenal have been pretty poor all season, haven't they? Chelsea look different class under Tuchel.
Different gravy.
Different gravy.
Headband, you
yeah. I'm gonna go 4-0 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will tear Arsenal apart.
Right. They should have had 5 or 6 against Real Madrid. So
I think they will tear them apart.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Personally, I think Chelsea are going to have 1-0 on that FA Cup final on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So I think they're best players. So I don't think they're going to get as big a win as that. But I still think they'll do the job over Arsenal. And I'm going to go for 2-0 because they love a good clean sheet. Chelsea, this Chelsea side.
They do.
And I think they'll get a couple of goals as well.
Mendy looks a very good goalkeeper.
He's come good.
I must admit.
They're going to sign another goalkeeper.
They need to sign another one, you think?
They will sign another one. I don't think he's got it though.
Donnarumma, you think?
They've been linked with Donnarumma.
Because all the fans are hating him, aren't they? They're giving him real stick. The ultras are really good into him.
Not always treat one of your young boys like that. Well,
he's our age.
Yeah. I know. But, I mean, he's been there years, Donnarumma.
5 years now.
5 years now.
In the first team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm going to go for a Chelsea win. They're just unplayable at the moment. I hate to say it, but I'm warming to Tuchel.
I think he's a really good manager.
I'll see in the final. I'll fully warm to him
if
he performs in the final. Because he's never won anything.
Back-to-back Champions League finals, though. You can't really knock it from him.
Yeah, but he hasn't won it, though.
No, it'd be good for him to win it.
PSG bottled that final last year. They
did, yeah.
I hope he puts
Bayern were just a different side that year, though. Let's be honest. I mean, they ripped Tottenham and Barcelona to shreds. So
I hope he puts
you can't complain, really.
No, you can't, but still.
I hope he puts Jack in his place and wins it so that Jack likes him for good.
Especially Okay. Thursday, Aston Villa versus Everton. Nathan, we'll start with you this time.
It's an interesting game, that one. I think Everton are inconsistent this season. They sort of win a game, then lose a game because they beat West Ham the other day, put in a really good performance. I'm actually going to go for a Villa win. I'm going to go for 2-1 Villa in that one. Didn't they play each other recently, those two?
It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah,
it wasn't too long ago.
I've been watching that and they scored the winner, didn't they? But yeah, I think Villa will do it again and I reckon they'll win 2-1.
Yeah, Ryan?
Obviously, Villa are without Grealish, which obviously, they did beat Everton, but as soon as they went 1-0 up against us and we scored the equaliser, they just didn't look as a team with a plan. When you hit them on the break like we did. So Everton, I think it's a 2-0 victory for them personally. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin will bag a couple of goals there. Keeping their top 4 hopes alive by the skin of their teeth.
Put Spurs in the mud even more. I'm going to go Everton 2-1. I think about Grealish, they're going to look a bit lost.
I think they're learning to play without him.
They're trying, yeah.
They're definitely learning.
There was a stat on Sky Sports, he's had the most fouls this season. Again, 100 fouls he's won.
He's unplayable. Yeah,
100 fouls he's won, and that's like what? He's been injured for about a few months now.
That's
4 fouls a game, pretty much. He gets.
He's still there.
At least.
Some people still think he shouldn't be going with England to the
Depends
Euro.
if he's fit. He's not been fit.
I take the gamble.
He's meant to be back about a month ago, and he's still not ready. So I don't know what's going on.
I would take the gamble. I would take the gamble. England have done it before, past tournaments.
Is it a Bertrand at Saints situation where maybe he's leaving Villa so he's not playing?
No, he only signed a 5-year contract last summer.
I did it.
He's the captain. He's
the club captain.
I think he's loyal.
Yeah. I think probably. I don't know. We'll have to see in the summer. I'll be interested.
Yeah.
But then I think they're going to price everyone out of him. And then you'll get unhappy.
Like 120 million.
18, 19 million.
Yeah. And then the rearranged fixture for the protest: Manchester United versus Liverpool.
Well, obviously, there's still questions about whether that game will go ahead. I mean, there's going to be protests
Depends if someone lets them in again.
I saw stewards. There was images going around that the stewards were boarding up the Munich tunnel to try and stop fans from getting into the ground again. I still think that there's going to be protests on Thursday, which will be rather interesting. Maybe even some tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
So, but if it does go ahead, it'll be a very close game. But we've beaten them already this season, so I'm going to go
confident.
2-0 Man United.
Nathan.
I'm just going to say it 0-0. These games always get hyped up, and especially with United this season, they've had a lot of games against the top six hyped up, and they've all finished. A lot of them have finished 0-0. And I think the protests are going to overdo the game.
Yeah.
And I think that the game's actually going to be a pretty poor one, 0-0. So yeah.
Yeah. Probably one goal either side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 1-0, but for either one. Team.
It's not going to be a goal fest.
It's not going to be a goal.
Liverpool, they're not hitting home this season, are they? They're not getting the VAR decisions.
They weren't that good against us, I don't think. They just had a couple of goals.
Look,
they haven't had a good season.
Have they played well the last couple of seasons? Yeah, they have. But
this season,
but have they really played? Look,
no.
If you pick apart all their performances, VAR decision.
I don't think their midfield has ever been that great.
No,
I think it's just been their front three and Van Dijk.
They just hit a bit of form.
It's the same as when City got 100 points that season. Yeah, they played good football and ripping teams apart.
That was a great season.
But is it because the other 19 teams have just been playing really badly and playing really poorly?
It's a mix of both. That City team and that Liverpool team, they're both incredible teams, but at the same time,
but the other 19 teams were
beat because no one stands up to them. They all
sit back. If you look at Watford beat Liverpool 3-0.
They've done it.
Exactly.
It wasn't
why? Because they ran at them. You get the likes of
Man United,
Spurs who have sit back.
City.
Sit back.
Exactly.
But regarding to the protests, I think there's a chance it could happen again. If the United fans use their brain a bit, they'll get someone to work on the inside and let them in.
All they need to do is have the fear factor. That's why it got cancelled last time, because they were scared at the
All they've got to do is get someone to work for United for about a week and then let them in the back entrance.
Well, that's how the United fans got into Old Trafford last. But no, the media seem to think that we stormed Old Trafford and we did it, broke the laws when there were people opening the gates to let people into Old Trafford. So
it's like when I was told this when Besiktas played Spurs at White Hart Lane a few seasons back, and they let all the players in.
I remember that.
What happens is someone will get a job there about a week before and just plant it on a match day.
Aston Villa, we get flares every week in the away.
Yeah. Just get a job and plant it.
It's like the fact that the stewards had to board up the Munich tunnel though.
It's interesting.
It's good from the fans.
It's interesting, but it's sad that they've had to board up one of the most iconic parts of Old Trafford.
I can't knock the fans for it. I think they're doing
full credit to Man United fans for protesting, but the fact that the stewards have had to go and board up one of the most iconic parts of Old Trafford is just sad to see.
Right, isn't it?
Well, hopefully next season we'll get fans back in and it will all be able to go ahead normally.
Well, 0 deaths today, so.
And 10,000 fans from the 17th of May as well.
Yeah. And there was someone that I saw on Twitter was at an
Protests will be loud.
There was at some event with about 5,000 people and tested negative. So there's obviously nothing wrong anymore. Boris, mate, open it up. Let's go. We're ready.
He said we're ready.
Let's get the summer going. Come on, Boris.
You're allowed to go in pubs, restaurants, everything now.
Yes.
Come on.
Cinemas from next week. Thank God. I can't wait to go back.
Love to see it.
Friday, Newcastle versus Man City.
I think
Man City win all
City
over it.
Probably
Unless
3-0.
Unless if Joe Willock has another masterclass and scoring against the big teams.
Newcastle are on and off. They've had their good performance for the week.
Exactly, yeah.
City going to beat them.
Yeah,
4-0 City.
And they're looking to wrap up the title finally. They've gone on long enough now. They're going to wrap it up.
Probably
one win, don't they?
I think they'll wrap up the title if United lose to either Leicester or Liverpool.
Or would it make sense to win it at home though? They might draw on purpose and win it at home.
I respect United because the fact they haven't wrapped up the title by now is pretty impressive.
United have tried their hardest to play catch up, but just inconsistent.
They've lost more games than you this season.
Yeah, I know. It's just inconsistent draws and defeats to teams we shouldn't have lost. We shouldn't have lost to Arsenal in the new year. We shouldn't have lost to Sheffield United at home, and that's all.
Big results now.
And ultimately, that's what's cost us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Saturday, Burnley versus Leeds.
Leeds.
Warfest.
I think 1-0 Burnley.
I
It's
think
that sort of a game, isn't it?
I think 1-0 Leeds.
Burnley's anti-football versus Leeds' high press. It's not going to.
Burnley are going to outdo them because they're good at home like that, and I think they'll win 1-0. But, yeah.
I think Leeds will win that 1-0.
Leeds should win that 3. It should be 3-0 or 3-1 or something. But I don't see Burnley scoring or doing much damage. And then the next game, potential relegation battle thriller here.
If results go the right way.
Southampton versus Fulham. Saints should win.
But
If the heart's there, they'll win.
If there's a game that we're going to win before now and the end of the season, it's got to be that one. We drew 0-0 up there, but at the same time, I think if the stakes are high, we'll pull out the performance and we'll win 2-1.
Stakes are very high.
The thing is, Fulham have gone into tonight's game fighting for their lives. They get a win tonight, they'll believe.
Yeah.
It's almost time for your update, actually.
That's the thing. If Fulham win tonight, with 3 games to go, they have a chance. So they'll go into that Southampton game at the weekend full with confidence.
I'm not being funny. They have Burnley, Newcastle, us. Their only problem game, looking at it, is going to Old Trafford, and they'd only need a point if they won the other 3.
Exactly, yeah. And
so,
knowing how inconsistent we've been, we've already handed a relegation side 3 points this season at home this season.
I would take the draw in that game because it would stop them getting the points.
Yeah.
So,
Where are we? Brighton versus West Ham. Should be West Ham. No Malpay, no Dunk. West Ham should run it.
West Ham should.
I reckon probably 3-1 West Ham in that one.
Yeah. Lingard to score again, I feel.
Better is
It's about time. It's about time he gets another goal.
Yeah.
West Ham should win that.
Mm-hmm.
Brighton pretty weak at the moment. And then FA Cup final.
Chelsea against Leicester.
Chelsea versus Leicester.
Two goals first.
I can't see Chelsea losing it.
No, I can't either.
As good as Leicester have been
Leicester
through
out of
competition.
form.
Leicester out of form.
Bad time for them.
Maybe is that because they're obviously they're trying to get into the Champions League, but is it maybe they're off form slightly because they're focusing on the FA Cup?
Well, I thought that about Saints, and that wasn't the case. So.
Rodgers got his head turned. I said it earlier.
Yeah, there is the potential.
You don't have a club like Tottenham, even though they're in a shambles right now. They're still Tottenham.
Why would you leave a team then go to qualify for Champions League football for a team that might not even get Europe?
A part of me feels like it's written in the stars for Leicester, like the story of them winning their first FA Cup. But at the same time, I can't see them doing Tuchel and Chelsea.
No, I can't.
I don't think I can.
They've only had one freak result since Tuchel took over, and that was against West Brom.
Yeah.
And also they lost to Porto when they'd won already. But
yeah.
And then Sunday, Palace versus Villa. Playing Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Palace, they got 2 days advantage. So Palace is going to win that 2-0.
Palace should win that, yeah.
I think I'm going to go 1-0 in that one.
No.
I'm going to go 1-0 Palace.
Not really much to say about it. It's not an entertaining
It's not
game
really
at
an
all.
important game.
It's going to be a game I'm still going to be asleep for. So let's be honest.
Tottenham versus Wolves. Don't really care.
That'll be a Wolves victory, guaranteed.
I reckon.
Adama Traore to
2-1 for Spurs.
Yeah.
We're going to play out the bag.
1-0 Wolves.
Spurs in a bit of atrocious form. 1 win in about 6 weeks. Lovely.
Yeah.
All the Spurs got onto it. Oh, Mason's the man for the job. Well, he's not.
Seems like Harry Kane's head may have been turned at a possible transfer away as well.
You know, link to you as well?
No thanks.
Yeah, and Harry Kane's transfer to you, maybe?
Maybe.
West Brom versus Liverpool. About 8-0 to Liverpool at this point. West Brom aren't going to play.
I reckon
Pressure's off to play for.
Pressure's off them. I reckon
exactly. West Brom knowing they're down now, I've got nothing to lose.
West Brom don't. Liverpool aren't playing brilliantly.
Nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
But to be fair, Liverpool are going to be chasing top 4.
Yeah,
they've still got something to play for.
I think it'll be a draw.
Either 1-0 Liverpool or 1-0. In my opinion.
And then finally this week, Everton versus Sheffield United. Everton should walk that. Sheffield United look appalling. Look appalling again.
2-0.
Yeah, they've been very, very poor.
Personally, yeah.
Especially with the McBurney thing today, it's going to just rattle the up a bit more, I feel.
Apparently, Arsenal and Everton are targeting Sander Berger in the summer. Has a 35 million release clause.
I don't know. He didn't play much. I don't know why.
He's been injured.
Oh.
If they get relegated,
I don't think it's worth it.
They've already said that Sheffield United are going to try and keep their main core squad together for
Best
the
of a
immediate.
bad bunch.
They're all Championship players anyway, so no one's going to be interested.
Actually, one of the players that I think played quite well from this season was McGoldrick, and he's
old.
He's not quite underrated, but he was one of their better players.
Underappreciated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like John Egan. He's decent.
Berger, I do like.
Brewster might come good in the Championship. Who knows?
He needs to.
I could see Berger going to Man United. Just because of the Ollie connection.
Can do better with that though.
We can do better than that.
Good. Why'd you go from Sheffield? Why'd you go to Sheffield United? It's like, last year, right? It was in January, wasn't it? Was it a January signing?
No, it was January signing. Yeah.
I reckon Berger's a Burnley player. Burnley type player.
Not being funny, you play for Genk, right? Belgian league. You're
Thing
probably
is,
one
we
of the
were-
hottest prospects. Oh,
We were linked
Premier
with
League
him
move.
before.
Sheffield United, no, no thanks. I'll wait. You could have waited 6 months and got a better move to Leeds or something like that. I reckon.
Would have
But-
suited him as
No,
well.
I can see that as a Man United signing. You know, Ollie with the Norwegian
But he's not
connections.
good enough for
He's
United.
not good enough for us, but it's a signing that I can see us doing.
It'd be another budget cut signing.
Especially if we fail to get Declan Rice, who we've apparently been linked with,
Bryce and Sancho, and you're pretty set, to be fair.
and maybe
Yeah.
Kane as well.
I'm not being funny, but Calvin Phillips and Sander Bowie would be a decent pairing.
It would for Leeds.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think Phillips probably isn't as bad as everyone says. I just think people moan because he plays for England and maybe
he's too-
he shouldn't.
He's not the Yorkshireman Pirlo as Leeds makes him out to be.
He is not that bad.
He's not bad.
He's not, he hardly loses the ball.
Plus, I have to think, like, remember when everyone didn't rate Mount when Southgate was playing him, and now he's one of the better players in the
To be
league.
fair, I didn't rate him.
Could be the
No
same
one
with
rates
Phillips.
Mount still.
No,
Mount is very hated.
you're
I mean,
very underrated.
I rate him.
I mean, if he's
He's hated by a lot of
Mount-
fans.
Mount could score the winner in the World Cup final and win England World Cup, and he'd still get
Well,
criticised
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Really good player.
Well, that's all the games for this week.
Should we do an
Yeah.
update?
While you're doing that, I'll go through the Ballon d'Or results. In first place was Nathan again. Well, little Nathan. He made an appearance last week.
W.
Malibu, the alcoholic drink, with 40% out.
And we have a huge update from Brentford
Oh,
Cottage.
Burnley 1-0
The
up.
score is currently Fulham 0, Burnley 2.
Oh my!
Oh,
Ashley Westwood and Chris Wood for the goals, so that's
Actually,
Fulham
Westwood. They're
pretty much effectively relegated, a bit like West Brom were yesterday.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fulham are pretty much down now.
Unfortunate for them, but there we go.
So Southampton
Dub for
fine.
Saints.
Do you want to change your score prediction for the Saturday's game now?
I do. I think we'll win that 2-0 now.
He's got happy now.
But yeah, the Ballon d'Or. First place was Malibu with 40% out of 30 votes, which isn't
Can't
bad.
beat it.
Second place was the Sky Sport Pundit.
Oh yeah, that was mine.
Carragher and
Yeah.
Neville.
Carragher and Neville after the
Yeah.
protests.
And my third place was Derek Chisora. Disappointed. I lost every week so far. This is not
He doesn't have to play the game.
You don't even play the game. I picked yours and I've won twice. So.
I told him. I texted him.
Yeah,
that.
okay.
I'll
Yeah,
text
all
him
right. Okay, this week's vote. We'll start with Ryan.
So I'm going for Edinson Cavani, and I've got a very interesting opinion on Cavani. I think he's been a better signing for us than Zlatan was, personally.
No trophies yet.
It's a bold claim, yes.
No trophies.
But the impact he's had, I mean, he's developing Mason Greenwood is learning off one of the best strikers in the world. Yeah, he was unfit at the start of the season. Everyone thought it was a massive gamble, us signing him. He hadn't played for God knows how many months because he got released before PSG played in the final.
About
The
8 months he didn't play
8 months he didn't play for, yeah. So it was seen as a massive gamble when we did sign him. And he's reaped the rewards massively. I mean, I've never seen a guy whose movement off the ball is
Exceptional.
outstanding.
Exceptional.
You never see Anthony Martial make those sorts of runs either.
No, you
So,
don't.
so if we, so
He's lazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if we don't sign a striker in the summer, then for me, Cavani has to be starting striker for next season. Martial needs to be shown that he can't just walk into this.
It's going to be a big
Man United
season for
side.
Greenwood as well.
Yeah, I think Mason Greenwood's time to shine next season. I think he'll get more goals. He's been a bit inconsistent this season, but you know he's hitting form at the right time. When he's got Cavani to learn from, massive confidence booster. So yeah, Cavani it is for me.
Nathan.
I'm going to go for Thomas Tuchel in respect to him making the Champions League final.
All right. Fair enough.
Because I feel like he's getting rated more now by certain people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just feel like they're in an FA Cup final this week. They're in a Champions League final in a couple of weeks. I just think it's relevant, so I'm going to go for Thomas Tuchel.
That's a good.
I have no idea. This is why I lose. I don't think about this. It's been an interesting week for football, I
It
think.
really has.
I'm going to say Unai Emery.
Fair play.
That's fair play.
Yeah, just because he got
Pulled it out.
Emery out to the final.
Could be Ollie as well.
Yeah.
Which, hopefully that doesn't happen, but it is his competition.
And then he started off his interview with good evening straight after. I love
Good
that.
evening. Good evening.
Good bit of Housley
He's
right
so
there.
good. He's good.
Emery.
He's good.
Yeah. If you want to vote, there'll be a poll up after this on Twitter
Tuchel.
at
Free
3
Kick
Kick.
podcast.
Yeah.
Keep the streak going.
Yeah. Actually, said last week we broke another record of 10 retweets on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Less votes, more retweets. So there's more traffic, which is just a bigger win than anything really.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And now the big question. This week's big question. We've already briefly gone over it. How would we tackle racism on social media? It's a prevalent thing. It's happening. It shouldn't happen at all, but it's happening too much.
It's over the years, it's progressed even more to the point now where you see it even after every game. Now you always get
every day.
And these media blackouts, they're not going to help. They're just going to fuel the fire.
It doesn't. Yeah,
it's not the right way of executing it. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree.
Social media companies like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat have to do more.
Yeah,
they really
have to find these people and ban them, and maybe even arrest them and things like that.
Yeah. Obviously, this week there was Robin Matondo, and there was
Nathan
Teller.
And Sterling. Was it Sterling? I think it was Sterling as well.
Sterling gets it a lot.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think it should be like a pyramid kind of punishment sort of scheme. So first one, if you get caught, that's a month ban off social media. Second time offender, 60 days in prison.
Well, I don't think it's cool. I think if you racially abuse someone, then it's a permanent ban for your account.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
permanent ban.
Because they're not going to change, are they? There's no need for it.
But yeah, you ban them off for a month. They'll just come straight back on and do it again.
But you have to think about the world we live in. It's very relaxed. You have to try and make it as strict as you can.
And they might make new accounts as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I chip their phone or something so you can check what they say.
I also think that there should be like identity things on like Facebook and Instagram to confirm it actually is
like
you.
Face ID.
Facial recognition.
They know what we look like already.
They all have one follower and they've got a blank screen or they're hiding behind a football player all the time.
Keyboard warriors, as they're more commonly known.
Yeah. The one that I had one follower.
It's like
and no profile.
It's like earlier in the season when I was back at home watching Match of the Day, the 11-year-old that racially abused Wilfried Zaha.
So he's 11 years old.
11 years old.
It comes from a parent.
Nobody is born racist.
No, you're not.
No one is born racist.
No, you're not.
If you ask a child the difference between people, they're not going to know, are they? They're not going to say anything. I've seen videos on it.
Yeah.
And like, it comes from the parents.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I just feel it needs to stop because, as I said previously, there's someone behind the screen, either side.
Yeah.
You know, you might not feel anything right in these messages, but the people reading them are going to feel something.
And obviously you might send them thinking that the footballers don't actually check their DMs when it shows that of course they read the messages.
They don't reply because they've got a lot.
Exactly.
It probably hurts them.
Of course it does. It affects their confidence and morale.
You shouldn't be looked at because you're race at all.
No, of course not.
But there shouldn't be a difference. Like it's nothing.
You should be judged on your ability, not your skin color.
Ability, personality, stuff like that. Not what you look
exactly. Like I'm not being funny, but if you're bad, expect a bit of stick, but nothing like too far.
Yeah, we're all allowed to have a go at players that are underperforming badly, and you do it all the time.
It's a matter of opinion.
But don't bring race.
But there's no need to racially abuse someone because I don't know they've missed an open goal or got sent off or whatever. It's just not.
It's not right.
I can't believe they've missed that. I can't believe they've done that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't bring race.
There's been many times that I've watched games where I've slammed my head and hand onto the desk because poor decisions, missed sitters, missed chances, etc. But would I ever go and do what these keyboard warriors do? No, absolutely not.
Disgraceful.
Because I was brought up to treat everyone with respect.
And they're doing the taking the knee still. I mean,
the taking the knee doesn't work.
It's clearly not.
Why Zaha spoke out about it?
Why Zaha stopped doing it? Because he knows that it's just a gesture, and that's all it ever will be.
It should be more than that. Yeah, go on.
The same as the social media blackout. Right idea, wrong execution. I said this last week. I said this every week almost, but I just feel that. Yeah, it's horrible. It is horrible.
Yeah.
They're not real fans. They're not real people.
They're not football lovers. They're just there to hate on people.
They're just trying to stir up, aren't they? Really.
The real fans are the ones that back their clubs through thick and thin. When time, if your team gets relegated or
knocked out of the competition,
you still stand by your team no matter what happens.
Definitely. No, there's no doubt that you do that. But
I totally agree.
Yeah, is that it? We're done.
We're done.
Yeah. Okay, nice. If you have enjoyed, make sure to like this live stream, share it.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone.
If you enjoyed Nathan being back as well, make sure to subscribe.
Or unsubscribe. No, I'm joking.
Don't tell viewers to do that. What are you doing?
You said it.
Yeah, like us on Facebook, Three Kick Podcast. Just type in the search bar, will come up.
Please do yourself.
Exciting content is coming out
Yeah.
over the next few months.
We're going to have loads of videos.
Exactly.
We've
We've
been
got
saying this every week. We haven't actually made a video. So
We're just planning it out.
We're
We've
having-
got a lot of exciting stuff.
There'll be an announcement on our new series as well soon.
Yeah, I agree.
Put that in the works.
Yeah.
Twitter at 3Kick as well.
Yeah.
Go and vote, and the poll will be up after this. Instagram at 3Kick Podcast. You'll see us.
It's all the same,
Give us a like, give us a follow. YouTube, the 3Kick Podcast. Give us a sub. The videos are coming soon. This will be up on YouTube anyway, straight after this. And on Haps here, just give us a sub. Just do us a favour and give us a sub. We know you're watching. There's 7 people here. Just click the button.
We'll entertain you as best we can. We promise.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
All things football.
That's all from us. We'll be back next Monday.
Next Monday.
Is the plan, and we will see you later.
Thanks so much for watching. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.